I think everyone knows Vice President Fred Cate and for sure Admiral Williamson. Let me also note that we have a couple of friends with us today, colleagues that are playing major parts in the initial part from the IU side of our collaboration. We're very proud of having Bill Brown with us today, who's IU's Director of Sustainability. His students and his expertise in what we've learned on campus, we're going to try to transfer to the base and vice versa. And let me also introduce Debbie Fletcher in the back. Debbie is our University Director, Bloomington Campus Director of Emergency Preparedness. We saw these as the two first low-hanging fruit areas of collaboration. Sustainability, that's what Commander Craddock asked me about the first day I met him while I was eating cake at his welcoming party. And I said, when the commander asks me something, I'm smart enough to get back with him. And so we did, and that's what brought us to Bill, and we found some great things. But the other thing is Debbie's shop. One of the things that Lieutenant Commander Wigleb said real fast was, you guys do an active shooter exercise just a couple months before we do. Mm-hmm. So why don't we share, since we're spending all this money to put them on, let's send some people up to yours and you can send some down to ours, and when bad things happen, we're going to have to work together anyway. And so that's the spirit of our public safety partnership and emergency management partnership. We have our University Director of Public Safety and our Bloomington Campus Police Chief here. We're looking forward to some great collaboration there. Your EOD team and
yes, sir.
hazardous hazmat team. Lots of great things.
Yes,
so with that, let me turn it over to Vice President Cate and Admiral Williamson, and you guys can talk about this great relationship. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kirk. I'll stay seated if that's all right. First of all, let me say welcome to Indiana University. We're delighted you're here. We're delighted your colleagues are here. President McGraby is very sorry that he can't be here to welcome you in person, but I'm delighted I get this opportunity, and he looks forward to meeting you in the future. We are delighted about this newest agreement because it's another way of strengthening the relationship between Indiana University and between NSA Crane. We believe it's a way that will serve the interests of both institutions, will serve the interests of the students that we are most concerned about, will serve the interests of the state and the nation, and that seems like the sort of win-win partnership that we rarely get, and we're delighted to have this opportunity to take advantage of. As I said to you earlier, this is only the most recent in a number of partnerships that we've enjoyed over the years having with Crane, and we look forward to many more. We hope that it continues to build the sorts of relationships that allows us to be a productive partner with you and with your colleagues at Crane to make sure that we are meeting the highest level of mission efficiency that we possibly can. One thing that we are doing at Indiana University that is timely for this is we've been launching what we've been calling these grand challenges, where we are investing $300 million of university money in identifying key critical issues facing the state, where we can work together with other partners to try to address and solve those issues. And I hope very much as we move forward that we'll be able to identify a way of working together with Crane or with other installations to make sure that we are building the types of partnerships so that we get maximum value, maximum impact on those. But it's really just my good fortune today to be here to say how grateful we are to have you visiting and how delighted we are with this newest agreement with Crane.
So, well, thank you very much for having us. A little bit of my background, I was the Commander of Navy Region Midwest in a previous life up in Chicago. And to be honest with you, I did not know much about Crane, Indiana. You are 2,000 miles roughly from San Diego, California, and about 800 miles from Norfolk, Virginia. The things that happen in the state of Indiana reach around the world. The technology and the things that the people work there with NAVSEA and the Army, it is cutting edge. And the technology in our radar systems, our weapon systems and things, a lot of that is done in Crane, Indiana. As a region commander, a lot of the things you just mentioned, Fred, I deal with on a day-to-day basis. The sustainability of 14 installations over a 20-state area and throw in another 168 special places known as Navy Operating Support Centers and recruiting commands, sustainability, energy consumption, and all those things that basically make a university go are the same things that we deal with. we are very proud of the fact that a lot of the things that I believe that will come from this partnership, I believe it will provide the students an opportunity to hands-on experience. Back in 2008, our Secretary of the Navy, Secretary Mabus, challenged us to reduce our energy consumption by 50%. The United States Navy is well on its way. My region alone has reduced since 2008 our energy consumption by 38%. We have actually put into place and understand the relationships between water consumption and energy consumption. Some of the challenges that you have with we call them barracks, you call them dorms. They are the same challenges, and so we were talking telecommunications. I just saw the network in the back. Same challenge for us, and so this I think is a tremendous opportunity. The other thing, one of my passions is our sailors, and it happens to all of us, we do transition. Not only do I make good sailors, I also try to make good citizens. And so the young men and women that, throughout my whole region, someday they will decide to transition over back into the civilian population. And we've had great success in taking the experiences they have learned in the Navy and in the schooling that they have received from the Navy and getting them into universities. They bring great experience with them. They will call you sir or ma'am whether you like it or not. They will show up to class 5 minutes early and they will bug you to death. They are good young people. And I see this as a tremendous opportunity for those individuals, for me to go back, and my challenge is to go back and say, hey, look at the great things we're doing at Crane, Indiana, and take a look at the things that you've learned as far as the mission goes, and be able to apply those to some of the things I think that you can study in this program. And so I am just thrilled to be here. I think it's an absolutely tremendous partnership, and I can't wait to see what comes of it.
Excellent. Thank you. Well, shall we get on with the signing then?
Yes, sir.
This is where all the cameras click, right?
That's right.
That's right. Everyone I got.
This one looks in trouble.
Right back over here. Now, I can't take this pen back home. In case you notice my accent, it's from a little further east. It's a state called Kentucky. So, yeah, I was telling Fred I take great pleasure when I go to Crane of talking to the folks there about basketball every once in a while, whenever we win.
Well, we would like you to have the pen.
We'll
give you a box of the pens.
I will take the box of pens.
I think we should switch copies.
Absolutely,
if we
sir.
can. Thank you.
Now, there is one other tradition we have in the Navy, Fred, and it's called a challenge coin. And so I'd like to give you one if it's okay. Stand up, because I got to get out of my pocket. And with this is a coin, has my command crest on one side. On the back side, these are the Navy flags for Bravo Zulu. And Bravo Zulu means well done. So I'd like you to have that.
Thank you very much. I
much.
appreciate that. Let me also return, if I may.
Outstanding.
This coin, which I'm rarely entrusted with, bears the seal of the university on one side and of the battleship Indiana on the other side. And it symbolizes not only the men and women who have fought with bravery from this university, but also our longstanding and we hope expanding commitment to working with you and your colleagues.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.